everybody. My name is Cherry. Today I will read the story called The Elves and the Shoemaker. First, we need to talk about these words. Elves, shoemaker, wife, leather, shoe, boots, turquoise, coats. Our story begins with a poor shoemaker and his wife. This is my last lace of leather, he says. Sadly, I can only make one more pair of shoes. The shoemaker cuts out the leather and puts it on his wood workbench. They go up to bed. The next morning, the old shoemaker finds a new pair of shoes on his workbench. Who made these shoes? Asked the shoemaker. He puts them in the shop window. A man sees the shoe. He comes into the shop and tries them on. I like these shoes, says the man. I will pay you for them. Now this old shoemaker can buy more leather too. He cuts out the leather and puts it on the workbench. Then he goes up to bed. The next morning, there is a new pair of boots and new pair of shoes on the workbench. The old shoemaker soon sells both pair of shoes. Now he can buy even more leather. He cuts out the leather and goes up to bed. The next morning, he finds 8 new pairs of boots and shoes. And so it goes on for weeks and weeks. Everyone likes his boots and shoes. Soon they are rich, but they still don't know who is making the shoes. So they make a plan. The old shoemaker cuts out leather and puts it on his workbench, but this time they don't go to bed. They hide in stairs. So old shoemaker and his wife waits and waits. At last, the shop door opens and 2 tiny elves run in. They jump on up onto the workbench and steal the leather as fast as can be, like magic. The shoes are finished. The elves dance a little jig on the workbench. Tip, tip, tap. Then they jump down. The elves ran away into the night. Those elves are very kind to us, says the shoemaker. Yes, says his wife, but their clothes are old and thin. They must be so cold. The shoemaker nods his head. The winter snow is on the ground, and they don't even have any shoes. He says, "How can we help the elves?" The next day, the shoemaker and his wife get to work. What do you think they make? That's right, 2 tiny coats, 2 tiny pairs of tokens, and 2 tiny pairs of boots. They look just right for the elves. They put the prints on the workbench and they wait and wait. At last, the shop door opens and in run the 2 tiny elves. They jump up into the workbench and see the presents. They dance a little jig. Tip, tip, tap. 2 for you and 2 for me. The tiny elf put on the tiny clothes. They are just right, they say. They dance a little jig all along the workbench. Tip, tip, tap. Thank you, they call as they jump down. They do a little jig, tip, tip, tap, on the way out. The end.